Hello everyone, I'm going to be repairing some jewelry today. I received a bracelet. Let me see if I can, from someone who needed to have their bracelet restrung. So basically the string that was in the beads have worn out, and so it just overstretched and left a lot of gaps in the bracelet, so it didn't aesthetically look well. And this happens a lot of times depending on the type of cording that is used, and also how you care for your jewelry. So usually when you get jewelry, they tell you to store it a certain way, not to bathe or swim in it. Don't use certain lotions or perfumes. And a lot of times, if you've had your jewelry for a while, it can tend to stretch out like this. The cord gets old, something similar to like what if you've ever had like a rubber band on something and it stretches out or ends up breaking. So this one was very fragile. When I went to test it, it was already just falling to pieces. So this will get restrung. This is hematite and obsidian. So this is a nice bracelet with 10 ml beads. So this is really nice. And I'm going to be restringing the bracelet. And I'll be using gossamer instead. This stuff is really strong. So I'll be using this one. My other go-to, I don't have it on me, but it's a similar cording, thick like this. And I'm not sponsored or anything, but Stretch Magic cord. I've had like items like bracelets or anklets, and Stretch Magic, it just lasts a long time. Like I said, I've had some anklets that I've had for like 10 years, and I kind of get those, but I wouldn't recommend it. But I also redo my own jewelry, so if it breaks, I can easily fix it. So that's what I will be working on today, and I'll show you how I do that. Alrighty. So I'll thread the gossamer in this needle here. It's kind of small, but I want to make sure it's I usually use this one or a different type of beading needle that'll fit through the beads. But I just wanted to show one issue that a lot of times people may have when restringing, and that is, which is a good thing, when you bead and you hide the knot inside of a bead, but after you've placed a little dot of some type of glue or jewelry cement, it can get stuck in here. And so what I'm going to do is work on, I don't know if you can see, it's stuck in there. A piece of the old cording. So I'm going to have to get that out, and then I can show you how I restring this. So I'll work on that off camera. Usually I just take a needle and just work at it, but this one is probably going to take a while, so I don't want to do it on camera because it's really in there. They had it really secure. It was done really well. It's just the cord just happened to stretch out over time. I'm not sure how long he actually had the bracelet, so we'll get that out, and then I'll come back and we can restring the bracelet. Okay, so here is this gossamer stretch cording, and what you want to do before you string any project, you want to make sure you stretch the cord thoroughly and just try to hold it for a couple of seconds. So basically I just wrapped it around, wrapped it around really tight and then stretched. And you guys can see I'm off camera, I'm like stretching way over here because we don't want it to break. So I'm going to double this on the needle. I'll show you, I already did it off camera, but you just want to stretch this for a couple of seconds. Okay, so I'm going to wind this up because I'll use this for another project, but I just wanted to show you guys how you do that. And so basically I've already stretched this here, and I'm going to restring the bracelet in the same pattern that it was. So there's this like a smoke or gunmetal hematite. It's like a dark gray, and then the black obsidian. And so basically it was just alternated, and so that's, I will do the same here. But you guys, this was a little bit difficult. These are 10 ml beads, and right now I don't have any 10 ml hematite. But this bead, wow, that was really up in there. I could not get that out. I spent like quite a while trying to get it out, and so I finally got the needle through. So what I'll do is I'm going to end up tying it here and hiding it in this same bead, but I don't even need a a bead stopper. Right now I'm not where all my supplies usually are, so I usually have a bead reamer, a different size reamers I can poke in here and work, and they even actually open up the bead hole. It could resize a bead, but I recently moved, and so I don't have all my supplies with me, so that's what I'll be doing. And I'm just going to use all the beads he had here. So I'll be alternating the gunmetal and the black. And what I noticed when I actually saw the bracelet was the pattern was a little bit off at the end. Two gunmetal beads were right next to each other, so I believe the bracelet might have been redone before already, or the person that strung it went on his wrist size and just added an extra bead so that it would fit him. I could not tell because from what I saw, it was really big. So the this out the way, the bracelet was kind of big on his wrist, so I'm not sure if that was the case, but we're gonna get this restrung. That's the thing that I'm focusing on, is just getting this on here, because that's what I said I would do, restring it. This is not a redesign or anything like that, so it's just strictly restringing this here, and it's for someone at my my church. So there is that. And so now you guys can see what I mean by the end to hematite the same bead. And so normally you would probably try to keep the consistency of the pattern here. If I do have beads, sometimes if I'm doing a project for someone and it's going to fit their wrist and they want these specific type of beads and it just doesn't line up like that, I'll end up doing like some either mini spacers or a lot of times I'll have the logo charm, and so I'll put it in between the two so it just looks more aesthetically finished. So this is a pretty good size. I wear an 8. Oops. So I don't know if you guys can see here. This is pretty big. That's a big bracelet. So I'm gonna tie this off and it will be finished. Put a little glue and I'll hide it in the bead and that's it. Okay, there we are. It is completely done. And it's really nice, secure, and it's ready to go. Here we are. Thank you for watching.